for your project to meet the function of the design, you need to clear these two things: the objective and the process. Your understanding of these two is what gives you the ability to play and also to be creative with the project. Tunji from Ceasar Graphics, welcome to my weekly design training where I share free design tips with designers. I have a design I'm going to review in today's training, and I'm going to show you guys my version of the artwork. So let's go. I want to specially thank the designer that sent this design to me and my team to review. Yeah, so guys, keep sending your designs in so we can help you and other creatives. Okay, so yeah, the first thing that I noticed that is okay in this project here is the title here, because I like the fact that we can easily see the title here is bold and is readable. All right, and the background really projects the title here, and the reason why the background was able to project the title well is because of the shadow the designer put behind the title here, and this really made the projecting of the title in the project more visible. All right, and the other thing I notice here is the the grouping of the content, which is proximity. I'm always sharing this with you guys that proximity is very important. It's also part of the principles of design you need to always make available in your project. Is as important as the way you play with contrast. All right, so yeah, so I like the fact that the designer group the content in the project here. All right, this is one group here, and this here is another group. So when they have two groups in the project, okay, so the designer play with proximity in this project, right? And let's go straight to what is not working in the design. The first thing that is not working here is the effect that we have on the background. All right, and also the color. All right, the color on the background is really shouting. All right, it's is really it affected the giving life to the project. It made it dull, and yeah, so this is not okay. The background is not helping, and the other thing that is not helping here is the transformation. All right, the skewing of the title here is not it's not really okay. All right, now you don't just do this without having something like a surface. All right, like you making it look like there's a surface behind the title that made you do this. All right, another way you can do this to make it work in your project is to create an impression that the lens, all right, used to take the scene, all right, the picture of this design is a lens that's change the view of pictures, elements in pictures. All right, so if you're going to make your title look like this, it means all the things you're going to have on your background should also follow this flow of how you transform the title. Because like I always say to you guys, whenever you're putting together your elements, know what you're doing is you're trying to create a picture, you're trying to create a scene, like the way you watch movie where they design the environment to really pass the to help make the message that they are trying to pass on that scene balance. All right, and that's the same principle that apply to how you put your element together. Yeah. And the next thing I noticed that did not really flow in this project here is the pictures used. You see, the use of dull pictures can affect the beauty of your design. No matter how you play with the layout to look okay, if your picture is dull, all right, it can destroy your design. It can destroy your design. So avoid pictures that are not okay. If your clients say this is the only picture I have, tell your clients that the goal is not to satisfy your client only, but to satisfy the viewers. And if you really want to satisfy the viewers, you need to entertain them. You need to create a project that make them happy. All right, they're already loaded with so many things bothering them. So don't add to their problem with the type of picture you use in your design. Okay. Yeah. And the fading of pictures, the blending of pictures like this is not nice. All right. Don't do this. This is not good. Hmm? Don't do this. It's not nice. Hmm? Yeah. And the other thing I noticed you did not do well on the picture part is if you look at the color on this person, it's different from the color on this person's face. And that really, affected the the project, because the color on your characters, I'm talking of the people you use in your design, the color on them is also part of the color in the project. Don't think because, okay, yes, a client sent you a picture and you feel, okay, the picture color is not part of the project. No, everything on the character, everything you have on your illustration is also part of the project. And that is why whenever you notice anything that is not necessary in the illustration or the picture, quickly get rid of it. All right. And this information here is a bit difficult to read. Okay, this is a bit difficult to read. I almost lost this. It was when I was preparing for the tutorial that I found out that this is also part of the project. All right, so try as much as possible to make the information in your project visible. The information you have in your project is what tell the people what the project is about. All right, yeah. And when you don't make it visible, the information you are trying to make them know, or things you are trying to make them know in the project, is not going to work, right? They will surely miss it. Okay, yeah. All right, now guys, we get calls a lot from people who are looking forward to go into design but can't afford to pay for design school. And because of this, we decided to start a foundation where we can be a blessing to these people. Now, there are some gadgets that we're looking forward to buy in order for us to meet our goals. And this is where we need you to support us with your donation. Now, if you have any amount you think you can support us with, kindly make use of the account details and the link on the screen. Every amount that comes from you will be highly appreciated. Kindly make use of the seller link on the screen. Every amount that comes from you will be highly appreciated. All right, so let's continue the tutorial. I'm going to show you guys my process on how I was able to recreate this. Before I do that, I am going to show you guys just one of the Bible passage that we have here, because the Bible passage we have here all say the same thing. All right, because I need to let you guys know what inspired the composition that I created. All right, so I'm going to drag my browser and drop here. So I'll be reading Romans 12:2. All right, so the Bible passage says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is good, pleasing, and perfect will. So the Bible passage is talking about not conforming to the pattern of this world, but follow the pattern of God. All right. And this is more like you making your choice. All right. Picking one of the two. Okay. And the right illustration for this is to show something that say option. All right. And I'm not going to tell you guys the illustration I use, because I had to create the illustration myself. I do that a lot. Now, it's not compulsory you follow my style. All right. I'm just the type of designer that have a picture, or I always have a picture of what I want to communicate, and I like to create the picture myself. All right. So I'm going to show you guys my process, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy my process. All right. Yeah. So I started with the, placing of my sky image, because I always like to start with my my sky whenever I'm trying to create photo manipulation. So I position my sky where I want it to be, and I try as much as possible not to use too many image on my background, because I really want to help make the message clear. So I decided to make my background not too busy. All right, which is one of the things I noticed that the designer did not do well. So I decided to simplify my background so as to help make whatever I place on it visible. Now you can see the illustration that I used here. So I drew this myself with Illustrator. I'm sure there are so many websites you can go online to get this image, but I just feel let me play. All right, I'm a type of person that like to play a lot, so I decided to create the image myself. So I skewed the image a bit because of space. All right, yeah, I decided to skew it a bit because of space, and also to make it not look too normal the way people place content or elements, elements in design. So many people like to do, okay, immediately they get the image from the internet, they just place it like that in their project. So I decided to to avoid that, to really create the unexpected in my design. So I added the grunge texture to the image to really make it look real. So texture are part of what make 2D elements look 3D. All right, they are what add depth to your 2D elements. All right, so that's the reason why I decided to add that texture to the layer in order to really give it that 3D look. And the next thing I did was to change the color of my sky, because if you look at the trees I have behind the board, you'll notice that there's this orange feel on it. So I decided to just give my sky that that soft orange color, although I was not satisfied with the color. All right, and one of the things I always like to do is whenever I'm working on a project and I notice I'm not really okay with what I'm doing at the moment, I leave that part where I'm not really okay with, and then I continue with the other things. I'm sure by the time I'm putting together the other elements, I'm sure that what to do will surely come in, and that's the reason why I decided to leave the color, the background color for now. All right, yeah. So I use a display character here because I really want to make the title more heavy and draw attention. All right, so I decided to use a display character to make the title bold and visible to the eye. Now, this is not the only character. I'm talking of fonts here that you can use for a project like this. There are so many fonts that you can use, all right, for a project like that. Here I noticed that the color, all right, the brightness on the face of the characters here is too dark. All right, so I decided to brighten the face, and also to make the color on the faces of the characters uniform, because that is another thing you need to also watch out for, which I was trying to make you guys understand when I was reviewing the design from the designer. All right, so I decided to color balance the face of the two characters in order to make the color on their faces uniform. Now, this is easy to do. All right, I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel where I explain how to blend color of two characters, so you can go check out the tutorial. So the shape behind the two characters, I got the color from the color from the tree behind the two characters there. And also I noticed that my title is it's not really visible, so I decided to add curve, and I decided to add curve, excuse me, and make it a bit darker in order to make it visible to the viewers. Then I also added cloud with my cloud brush in order to still maintain that pattern, that cloud pattern in the project, because the use of cloud on your sky is also part of how you give life to your project and make it have that 3D effects. All right, I said I missed the match edition part, so I'm going to quickly add that now to the project. So I'm going to draw, let's see, okay, we can actually put it here. All right. Yeah. When I was working on the project, I was a bit tired. All right. I was a bit tired and I had to, immediately I was done with it. I had to, shut down my system, and I'm talking of my workstation here now. I had to shut down my workstation and then go to rest. And when I came back, I was not really pleased with this. So I decided to create another version. And I'm going to show you guys my second version here. So this is my second version here. Okay, let's see if I position this here to still fly. Yeah, we can actually put it here. So, yep. So I decided to change the pictures because I'm trying to prove a point here. I'm trying to make you guys know that, you see, good pictures are part of what beautify your designs. And I'm sure you guys can agree with me that the picture of these two characters here added to the beauty of the design. So avoid the use of bad pictures when working on design projects. Or if you have a design you would like me to review, kindly use the link in the description section of this video to join my Telegram group and send your design to any of the admin, but not Ceasar Graphics. All right. Don't send it to Ceasar Graphics. Only send it to any of the admins. Okay. When you do that, it will surely get to me. I'm sure you learn from this tutorial, and I'm sure that you guys are going to start applying what you learn from this video to your project. Now, if you know anyone that you believe need to watch this tutorial, kindly share the link with them. And if you love the video, give it a thumbs up. Now, if you have not subscribed, all right, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to click the post notification bell, because I'm going to be posting more tutorials for you to watch. I'll see you again in my next video. Peace.